Hi, this is Melissa from Working on Calm, and today I'm going to talk to you about why I committed to calm. And so in the beginning of 2021, I was starting out the year feeling frazzled and burned out like most of everyone else who's alive. And my anxiety was in overdrive. I was uncomfortable and miserable, and I knew I needed to do something to change that. And I had for years, since college, so a long time, known that I should do things like meditate or practice gratitude, all these things that sound really wonderful. And I had started and stopped at different times and just never really successfully stuck with. So I knew I wanted to give it one more shot. It was either that or I was going to have to start taking medicine for my anxiety, which is fine, but I wanted to try this first. And so I wanted it to be different though. I had done this and failed in the past, or I don't know if I should say failed, but I didn't stick with it. And I've done a lot of goal setting in the past. I've helped people do that in my professional life. I've participated in vision workshops with people, helped them set stretch goals. I am familiar with successful habit formation. And so I wanted to take a lot of what I understood from psychological research and apply it. But I also knew there was a dark side for me to goal setting, that sometimes I can get really carried away. I can focus on what I haven't accomplished over what I have accomplished. And so I wanted to have all the good aspects of setting goals and committing to something, but not make it quite so big of a project. And so I knew I needed to start small. And with any sort of habit formation, we know that's true, or any sort of behavioral change. Start small, build up some small successes in the beginning, and then expand your circle. And so I thought about what I really wanted to accomplish. And the biggest thing for me is I wanted to have a sense of calm in my life. And so I sat down and I wrote it out. What was my purpose going to be? What activities would bring about a calm life? When I thought about someone who is calm, what did I think their life looked like? Or what did I think they were doing? What habits were they engaging in that I needed to work on? And so I chose 4 activities. I wouldn't recommend any more than 5. And I set aside time. I thought about what can I really set aside every day to this. I'm a very busy mom to 3 young boys, and so I knew that I had to really hone it in. And if I said, oh, I need to meditate for 20 minutes and do an hour of yoga, and I need to practice gratitude every day, that I could very quickly get overwhelmed. And so I decided I could give 10 minutes a day. And I thought that's going to be enough. And I set aside a certain amount of days as well. And so for me, I chose 30 days to work on it. And so I had the purpose, the activities I was going to do, the amount of time I thought I could do, and then the last thing that I wrote down was, why do I want to accomplish this? Like, what is it that I'm looking to achieve? And mainly it was that I wanted to live a life where I didn't feel so anxious, where I was more present in the moment, where I felt more gratitude and peace in my life. And so I made sure to write that down. So I created a very official looking document, I signed it, and I hung it up on my fridge. And I, for 30 days, did it. I worked on it. And so that's what was different about this time, was that I was actually able to stick with it. And I think part of it was that I started really small. It was 10 minutes, but also I had written it down. I had made a commitment. My family knew I was working on it. I hung it on my fridge, so I had to see it every day. And there were times throughout those 30 days where I was tired or burned out, or I didn't have energy, or I thought I should tackle 15 other things on my list. And I would look up at the document and think, nope, I told myself I would prioritize self-care, and that's what I'm going to do. And so having it visible, written, and as a visual reminder where I would see it really made a difference for me. And I stuck with it. And That was in January, and we're now in August, and I'm happy to say that I've continued to stick with it. I write about it a lot on the blog, and I recently updated the commitment to look nicer, a little bit prettier, so I have that available on my website if you want to do the same thing. All of us can do this. There's nothing special about my life or what I've done. We can all do this, and I encourage you to take the time to think about what sort of life it is that you want, what activities would get you there, how much time can you put aside each day, and start really small. Set the bar really low and then exceed it if you can. And if not, that's okay. That's enough. Check it out on the website. I'll put a link in the comments so that you can start a commitment to calm as well. If I can do this as an anxious mom to 3 young boys, I know you can do it. Check it out, get started, and let me know how it goes. I'm excited to hear from you.